Hello and welcome. I'm your host Blins. Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about a mob switch. Now, a mob switch, for those of you who don't know, kind of prevents all mobs in the world from spawning, and this also happens to work in the Nether. So if you're like doing some farm in the Nether, or it's just the Nether's just a little too dangerous for you, just turn this on, and the mobs are not going to give you much of a problem anymore. Now you got to think, or you got to remember that mobs such as the skeleton spawners and stuff like that, those are still going to work. Blaze spawners in the Nether will still work, and any like guardian temples and stuff like that where that's not the normal mobs, those are still going to spawn because they don't really work with the same mechanics as the regular mobs do, like zombies and creepers and stuff. But yeah, it's going to work out pretty good for you. It's going to make your place a lot safer around. So in order to do this, you're going to need to do a chunk loader, or I guess you can use the spawn chunks, but you have to kind of figure out where to put it in the spawn chunks. I'm not going to show you how to make this chunk loader. This is an Exuma Void's chunk loader, so I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description for that one. Super easy to make. It only takes a couple minutes, and as you can see, there's really not much to it. And how that works is the chunk loader is in one specific chunk, and it's going to load a 7x7 area around it. So you start in that one chunk and go out 3. Those are going to be loaded, and then the one after that are not going to be loaded if you're not in the area. Now, an easy way to figure out where to do it is when you build your chunk loader, you're just going to look up. You're going to hit F3 and G at the same time to put the chunk borders there, and you're just going to go in the chunk that the loader is in. You're going to look up, and you're going to go out 1, 2, and 3. Now this one is going to be loaded at all times when that thing is running, and this one right over here is not going to be loaded when that one's running because it's going to be outside the borders. So you can see this is a border, and this is a border right here. Now I put a different color thing here just so you can see it easily. I also suggest you do that when you build your mob switch, not all the way across. You'll kind of see what I'm doing, but it helps you know exactly where to build everything. Now let's kind of show you the basic build of it. So if you didn't know, the mob cap on the game for a single player world is 70. There's 70 mobs can be in the world at a time. If you do any more than that in this area, then no other mobs are going to spawn anywhere else. I like to do 80 because sometimes it fluctuates. There could be 70, then there could be 71, and then 69, and then 70. It kind of goes up and down. So if you go to 80, that's a pretty safe number. Now what I do is I build a 7x7 area here, and I light up the middle because it's a possibility that a creeper could spawn in one of these if these guys, all the mobs are in this one and not in this one, but you start getting closer, a creeper could spawn in this and kind of blow your whole thing up. So you don't want that to happen. So just put one torch in the middle and you're good to go. So you've got your chunk border right here, and then you're going to do a 7x7 area on this side, a 7x7 area on this side, and then you're just going to build a cover over it because you're going to be putting some zombie villagers in here. This is the easiest way to do it, and you don't want them to burn in the sun, so make sure there's a lid on it. Also, it makes it so they can't jump out, so they're not right here. They're not going to be able to get out and get to you like they're going to want to do. So once you get over to the border right here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. You can still see where the line is there, but once we get over to here, we are going to start putting some pistons facing down. So all you got to do is go down and put a row of pistons across it like this. Super easy, right? And then you're just going to build the thing all the way across this way and just kind of mirror it like you did on that side. I'm not going to go ahead and build the whole thing though. So then all you got to do is put some redstone on top of these, and then put a redstone just down the line here. And once you get over to the edge here where you are going to be standing, you're just going to put a lever on the bottom, and then you flip that switch and that goes down. Now what that does is creates a border. So mobs that are over here can now no longer get to this area that's going to be permanently loaded, and vice versa. If they're over here and you go away, they're not going to be able to go over to this way. So it's going to keep all 80 on that side or all 80 on that side. And then you're just going to do the same thing on that side. So to turn it off, you just flip that switch, you go over here. You're going to have the same type of switch on this side. You're going to hit that, and then all the mobs are going to be stuck in here. So I'm going to show you how it works right over here. Now this is it right here. So you need the zombie, you need to get villagers, you need to trade with them. So the easiest way to do that is with a brewing stand, because 1 emerald you can get 2 redstone dust. So you're going to get some redstone out of it too, which is nice. So just get a brewing stand, get your 80 villagers, trade with them at least 1 time. Kind of a waste to do it more than that, honestly. Just 1 trade is going to make it so when they turn into a zombie, they are going to stay a zombie villager. Now, this also works absolutely best if you are in hard difficulty, because in hard difficulty, every single zombie villager or villager that you've traded with gets turned into a zombie. It will stay a zombie, and it's not going to despawn. If you're in medium or easy mode, then some of them are going to despawn. The easy mode, more of them are going to, or I'm sorry, not easy. What's it called? Yeah, easy, not peaceful. So easy, normal, and hard. Do it in hard because, like I said, they are going to stay. If you do it in easy difficulty, I forget the percentage, but a large chunk of them are just going to despawn. It's going to take you a lot more villagers to do this. So make sure you're doing this in hard difficulty. Honestly, you should always play the game in hard difficulty. The beginning of the game might be a little bit harder, but in-game makes a lot of things a lot easier. So just play hard difficulty all the time. It's the best way to go. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate this now. So all the mobs are in the area that is completely loaded. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fly all the way out here. And I'm just going to do this so you can see which direction I'm going. Now we're going to go all the way out where we can't even see that farm anymore. So let's turn around. No, we can still see it. Let's keep going. Definitely can't see it anymore. So there are absolutely no mobs. I don't want to get lost. I'm pretty sure it's this way. So there are no mobs out here. Let's go ahead and head back. And hopefully I'm going the right way. Okay, good. We're going the right way. Now we're going to head back. We are going to flip the switch, kind of flip them over to the other side and then close it off. And then I'm going to fly all the way out there again, and you're going to see exactly how many mobs can pop in there. So let's go ahead and flip that switch to bring up the line of pistons. We're going to come all the way over here, and I'm in creative mode, so they're not going to follow me. So let's go ahead and switch over to survival. Okay, now they all see me. Let's make sure that they all have seen me. We're going to go over here, get them all on this side, so just stand here for a couple seconds, flip that switch. Now you can see they are all inside this little area here, and they're going to try to get to you. You've got a little bit of extra space here, but I think the 7x7 is about perfect because you don't want them to cram into too small of a space and start killing each other off. So let's go ahead and back into creative mode and fly back out this way a little ways again until we can't see the farm. Okay, that's far enough apparently, because now you can see some slimes spawning all around me because that farm is no longer loaded. So yeah, super easy, right? So now there's a bunch of slimes out here. Which way was it? I think I was facing this way. Okay, I gotta go back this way. Let's head back. And that's the whole mob switch. Super easy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. See you later.